Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Shenanigans with Friends. I am your girl, Chris, the one and only, right? Okay, so you guys heard. Listen, I have got to stop talking y'all fucking heads off at the beginning and let's just get straight into it. Like, this is not supposed to be an hour-long show. Like, I know that you guys enjoy me. I get that, but I got to stop talking too much. Okay, so just really quick, I know you guys heard the as I and now I'm about to just keep talking because I just told y'all I'm gonna not talk, and I'm about to be like, oh, so remember that shit you just heard on the intro? I just want to remind y'all. Make sure that you guys are following All Docked Up on YouTube, IG, and Twitter. We are back. We will be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. Whatever. And we're covering the Miss Cleo documentary. You guys are not going to want to miss that, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say. Besides everything you already heard in the intro, because we ain't got to repeat that. But since we are bringing up All Docked Up, I thought that the first story that I would bring up today is actually something that kind of coincides with the episode that we just released on Monday. So, I don't know if you guys remember, back in 2013, there was this hitchhiker that got really famous really fast. And you guys know how that shit happens. Like, somebody could post a video and, like, within 24 hours, it's viral. Like, it's a whole thing, right? And, okay, I'm going to apologize right now. I have the loudest water bottle. Like, I don't, like, I'm assuming this is a product of, like, being mad recycled. But, like, I have the loudest water bottle. So I'm going to apologize right now because I'm drinking water out of this loud ass water. Because I'm like, you guys are gonna keep hearing that, and that's so ignorant and retarded. Why did I say that? Anyway, let's move on. So, Kai, that was his name. He was a hitchhiker, and he was hitchhiking with this dude that ends up like running his car into a black guy, apparently over some like racial things. Like, he didn't know him or anything. It was just simply just like, oh, look, it's a nigga in the street. And so he fucking pinned him between his car and the black guy's work van, right? While this is happening, and please, 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 please go to our YouTube channel, watch us tell you about the story. VJ is there, so we obviously do a way better job at telling stuff than I do. Okay, but I think I do a pretty good job. Okay, so boom. So while this is happening, while the black dude is pinned in between these two cars, the driver gets out, starts like yelling like weird shit or whatever, and he's like, yo, basically like anybody that was trying to approach the car to like help the black guy, he basically was trying to restrain or stop them, right? So a woman gets involved, and he ends up like bear hugging her. And I know that you're like, okay, bear hug, that's kind of weird, like a weird, like, I guess a weird, what am I trying to say? Like attack, but like not when you're like a dude that's like 6'6" and like 300 pounds, right? And this is just like a normal, regular, not normal because everybody's normal, but you know what I mean? Like a generically 5'5" woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, not big, just somebody that could possibly really get injured from a fucking bear hug, right? So this man is bear hugging her, and this is when Kai, remember, he's getting a ride from this guy that is doing these attacks, and he comes out and he hits the guy with the hatchet 3 times in the head. He does not kill him, but it is enough to stop the attacks, and police come and the guy's arrested, blah blah blah, whatever like that, right? Way deeper story than that, but please go watch All Docked Up. Go watch the Netflix documentary. It's called the hatchet wielding hitchhiker. Okay, the reason I bring this up is because I feel like collectively the ADU gang has decided, we didn't decide because the court decided, this nigga, okay, so Kai does this, right? Blows up, where to the fact that the people who have worked with the Kardashians are trying to work with him. I don't know why they want to give a homeless dude a show, but apparently they were trying to like have a show to show like the underworkings of like homelessness and how everybody who's homeless isn't sad or depressed or whatever. He 3 months after this, he saves this woman. he ends up getting in trouble or being on trial for the murder of a lawyer, I believe, or an attorney. Same thing. Like in New Jersey. Now, this shit, I think, originally happened in California. Yeah, Fresno, I want to say. And then somehow, because he's a hitchhiker, he ends up in New Jersey and at this man's house, and this man is dead. Again, a lot more story into it. But for the death of the attorney, he was sentenced to 57 years in prison. So it's safe to say we won't see him for a while, right? Okay, cool. So the documentary kind of lays everything out, how he like rose to stardom very, very, very quickly. And then how within that like time of people trying to fix and change his life, somehow this terrible thing happens, right? Now, Kai will tell you a story, a different story than what the prosecution was ended up, I guess, quote unquote, proving. But the basis of all of it is we think that he did that shit. There's a couple things, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to give away the All Docked Up episode. I don't want to give away the documentary, but there are some key things that happen on and around the death of this man that makes me feel like Kai, you did that shit. Whatever the case may be. The story that I have for you today is how his brother is stating that, and also him, I guess, is very upset the way that Netflix portrayed them. And this is not anything new, right? Anytime anybody has a documentary, I think Chris Watts was upset at how Netflix was showing him when Netflix did nothing but show the fucking body cam footage and him being a murderer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people will say that Netflix slanders them and yada, 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 whatever the case may be. Okay. So that's apparently what's happening with Kai and his brother. Now, I want to make a point to say, because you know when documentarians, I feel like that's the word. I don't know. I just feel like I've been making up shit. I'm very high. When the people who make the documentaries are making the documentaries, I feel like it's super important and it gives your documentary a lot of weight as far as like credibility goes and like unbiased, even so, when you can have people that knew the person, whether it be the victim, whether it be the alleged attacker or murderer or whatever the case may be. So I think that people who make documentaries really do try very hard to get as many people who knew these people involved to overall make a better story, right? Kai, in his initial interview, and if you guys have not seen the interview, please go see the interview. Just look up Kai, the hatchet wielding hitchhiker. You can't miss it. Anyway, and you will remember his face when you see him, because if the things that I'm saying to you are not like resonating like a memory or like tapping into a memory, if you go find the video, you will be like, oh, okay, I remember that face. I don't know what, maybe you didn't know what it was for or who he was, but that's what it is. Anyway. In the original interview, he states basically that he don't have no family. Like the dude asked his last name. He's like, I don't have anything. Like, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the people who are in my family are concerned, I'm dead already. So he's saying these things. Now, the documentary was able to get his first cousin involved, where he kind of, his cousin's an interesting person because he kind of corroborates and also like debunks some of the things that Kai says. So it's really strange. But now, oh shit, sorry, that was so loud. I'm sorry, I just dropped my phone. Anyway, so his brother, again, who was not mentioned in the documentary at all, he's coming up, and his name is Joshua George Stromberg, and he's claiming to be Kai's like full blood sibling. Like I said, we didn't know anything about him in the documentary, at least. Because the documentary even reached out to Kai's mom. So I'm not really sure why he wouldn't have been sitting there with his mother or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But basically, he says that they were approached by the production company and they told his family that they were going to just try to get his story out, blah, blah. But now they feel like the documentary kind of left it to where his brother seems guilty. But nigga, he already in jail for being guilty. Like as far as the fucking state of New Jersey is concerned, he is guilty. And listen, I watch a lot of documentaries, not just for All Docked Up. The premise of All Docked Up kind of started from the fact that I watched so many fucking documentaries, right? But here's my thing. Like I am the first person to admit if a documentary is biased, right? Like for sure, because you can tell it. Like, and like I said, everybody knows who listens and watches this. Like, I have a degree in journalism. Like, these, like, it's just, there's a certain way to like do a documentary so that it's basic. You really want to leave it up to the viewer to make the determination, unless the court hearings and all that stuff have already passed. And then at that point, you're just kind of rewinding and just kind of telling how we got here. I watched it twice because that's what I do for All Docked Up. But I don't really see that Netflix did anything but tell the fucking story. Now, if you're shocked at the story, then like maybe you don't really know your brother, quote unquote, like you say you do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but they feel like they left out parts that were intricate to like his what am I trying to say? His innocence. And like, and also neglecting the fact that he was subjected to cruel and unusual punishment in the county jail. But again, the documentary wasn't about Kai's life after all of this happened. It was literally his life leading up, excuse me, to the situation happening. So I'm not really sure why we would have gotten like the fucking locked up abroad. Like, I don't know why we would have gotten that footage from the documentary. That's not what the story was not, hey, it's a nigga in jail, like, let's talk to him and see what's going on. The story was like, hey, there's this random ass dude that blew up overnight and had an opportunity to completely change his life. Like, again, the people who made the Kardashians were interested in making a documentary. Even if that shit only lasts, not a documentary, a fucking reality show. Even if that shit only lasts a season, like, your life has changed. Even if you're not even making the like it's not even the monetary value of which you would have wanted for making that show, your life has changed. Like, your face, you know what I'm saying? Like, your face is currency damn near, you know what I'm saying? And it just went really bad in 3 months. But that's what the documentary is about. The documentary isn't about like how jail sucks. Like, nigga, everybody know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. It's just really interesting how when documentaries come up, how people come out the woodworks that weren't necessarily like noted or mentioned in the documentary, and now they be having so much to say. But like I said, and I don't know how the cruel punishment that he's receiving in jail, and is it even from people like who work at the jail, or is it niggas just in jail? Like, because that's just life. Like, but he's just, I don't know how that was gonna save or help his story. And Kai very much knew that they were making this documentary about before he got arrested. So anything else after that, sir, that's not really what we're here for. It's not my ministry. You got 57 years in prison, and that's it. I guess he's upset that he's not getting any royalties for it. I don't really know how that works though. Like, when people are murderers and niggas do a documentary on you, like, I don't know if you're like necessarily entitled to. I don't know if they decide to give it to the victims' families. I don't really know how that works. Like, that's interesting. But if you know, like, let me know. All right. So there's that. Speaking of some like more unbelievable shit, so y'all remember, was it last week? Did I tell y'all last week? Hold on. I really want to like know, because I feel like this has just happened. Oh, no. So it was when I came back, my first episode back, I told you guys that, I don't know, but I feel like I told you niggas. Didn't I tell you niggas that Humpty Dumpty wasn't an egg, like, or whatever? So I don't know who is doing this. I don't know who's like trying to ruin nursery rhymes, but apparently Little Bo Peep is not even what we thought it was about. Like, and she don't have no sheep. Like, I don't. But like, remember the extended version of that shit where the sheep was at school and shit? Like, so what is this about? But there's a nursery rhyme expert, and I don't even know how you become one of those. Like, he has a new book called coming out, and this is one of the parts of the book. My childhood is like deteriorating in front of my eyes. You guys trying to tell me how to spell Bernstein Bears? Y'all trying to tell me that fucking Shazam was in the movie? I don't know what to do. But basically, so the nursery rhyme says, we know little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home wagging their tails behind them, or something like that. Or the niggas that sung it to you might have changed the words a little bit or changed a word, like, but generally that's the gist of it, right? This bitch lost her niggas, and her niggas is like out in the world, and it's like the Mariah Carey line, like, if you love something, let it go. If it come back, it's yours. You feel me? So that's what we're thinking, right? Like, damn, these niggas don't respect her at all. They just leaving the compound, whatever. But like, just like niggas do, they always come back. Like, that's what I'm thinking the story this shit is about. But apparently, it's like some like English shit. Like, so Little Bo Peep was once like a, I don't even know what a customs house is, but it was something in East Sussex that's now like a pub. Um, and I guess it was a place that was popular because people would like smuggle in things that weren't allowed in the country in that place or whatever. And then they would call the custom officers Bo Peep. Why? Nigga, I don't have no answers for y'all. I literally just have this story and I don't have no answers for y'all. So I apologize. Maybe I shouldn't even have done this. I don't know. I apologize in advance because I don't really know what's happening. And the sheep depicted in the nursery rhyme are actually the niggas that are smuggling. So Little Bo Peep, which is the coppers have lost the smugglers. If we don't talk about the smugglers and act like we're not looking for the smugglers, then the smugglers will come back to this place. I guess. I don't know. Can y'all just like leave stuff alone? Like, some things that we don't need. Like, we don't need to know that Little Bo Peep might have been an informant. I don't really know what this means. We didn't need to know that fucking, I don't know. It's just so much stuff I don't need to know. You guys are ruining my life. It's just, it doesn't, I don't know. So with Humpty Dumpty not being an egg, again, all that, though, I have to get into that again. That makes more sense. Little Bo Peep is a customs agent looking for the drugs, okay? The cocaina. And I don't know. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, speaking of animals and confusion, Miss Piggy. So there's an article, and we all know Miss Piggy, right? Kermit's ex. And okay, first of all, before I even tell y'all the story, that the reason why I'm bringing this up, I found out so much shit about her, like literally just trying to like find this article. First of all, did you know the girl's name is Piggy Lee, and Piggy is short for Pythagoras? I don't know. It's a Greek word that means river of passion, which is fitting because bad bitch. Anyway, and then also, did y'all know that these niggas divorced in 2015? Like, y'all talk about relationship goals, and these niggas kept their whole fucking, all of their well, they didn't keep all their business out of the streets because we always knew when they were fighting. But like, not y'all niggas is a broken home. Like, and this nigga Kermit got a new bitch. Like, and she like a TV exec or something. I don't even understand. I can't get boggled down with this. But yeah, I don't know. So anyway, the reason I bring the good sis Piggy Lee up is because the fucking internet, as usual, always trying to tear a good woman down. They are bringing up old pictures of her and saying that she got work done. Honestly, like, I don't like it. I don't like it because it's giving very much something. Every time I come here, it's always something. Come on, Carisha. Like, honestly, y'all, that's like my favorite, like, random audio clip, like, that people use on their videos, like that Carisha. I don't even like, that's why I don't like talking to y'all, because it's all, y'all always doing something. Y'all always finding something. It's very much something. Like, that shit is so funny to me. Is that the name of that? This the fucking show? I don't know. Anyway, So they're trying to take my good sis down. I really don't appreciate it. First of all, can we talk about how tight the skin is and the complexion? And Miss Sis has been on the scene since 76, and we don't even know how old she is. Like, I don't know how old she is. I don't know how old she is. But the point is that she's been a bad bitch since 76. Does that feel like a Nicki Minaj like lyric? Been a bad bitch since. Oh, anyway, let me stop. Okay, so then a fucking hating ass bitch on Twitter comes up and she's pulling pictures, like old pictures of our girl, and they're saying she's had rhinoplasty. They're saying she's had lip fillers, cheek implants, chin implants, jaw shaves, but a fucking brow bone reduction. I didn't even know you could do that. Fucking fat removal, Botox, and an eye lift. Now listen, yeah, what y'all not gonna do is try to act like my good sis don't be out here exercising. She goes to all the fucking malls and all the fucking shopping centers, and she be getting her steps in. So don't come for her about that Botox, about that fucking fat removal and shit. I don't appreciate it. But like, I want to show you guys this transformation because honestly, the girl has come a long way. Okay, do you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying to you, she has come a long way. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up, and I'm sorry because I really should have pulled this up earlier, but I didn't realize that I was gonna need y'all to see it the way I need y'all to see it. So hold on a second because we're gonna pull this up because I want you guys to see this. But yeah, so in the meantime, while I'm pulling this up, stop trying to always fucking tear bitches down. Like, who even why are we even bringing this up? And if I can be super honest, I feel like if it is true and she is the a bitch that got some work done, at the end of the day though, really it's the fact that she might have been the first one to do this. Like this, all of her fucking surgery and shit is not new. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not new. So I don't know what they're hating about. Anyway, let me see if I can find it. It's been a couple days, so you know how niggas be tweeting. They just be tweeting their life away forever and ever and always. But anyway, y'all better leave my sis alone. And if you guys really are trying to come for somebody, come for that fucking TV exec that stole her man. Like, you know how fucking frustrating it would be to be like really holding a nigga down for like 3 decades. And this is the motherfucking thing she get. Like, I cannot. Okay, is this taking so long? Because I'm like really ready to move on, but I also am I'm very committed to this. Here we are. Boom. All right, 1 second. Do. See, now y'all just like gotta start watching me on fucking YouTube because yeah. Anyway. All right, so we're about to share this because I want you to see this. And I'm not talking about her being a hating ass bitch, this girl, but like she's the one who pointed it out. But like, come on. So this is OG Miss Piggy. And who even wants to look like that? It's giving the first Kylie pictures that we used to see. Then we get over here where apparently she is working at the hospital. Okay, let's take a look. I'm not gonna lie, her eyes went from being beady to now she got blue eyes with eyelashes. Listen, I don't know how you get your eyes done, but I like it. It is an improvement from this. Okay, it also looks like okay, all right. I'm gonna say sis was working out. So then we go to this where she's giving you fucking piggy gone in the wind. Okay, she's clearly had her hair dyed and stuff. She's gotten eyelash extensions. Okay, maybe she got some fillers on her cheeks. But listen, again, stay out of my girl's business. Then listen, this is the picture right here. This picture right here. Y'all can't tell me Tina Knowles don't be dressed like Tina Knowles used to dress like this looks like Tina Knowles to me, and I don't know why. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, and that's the I think I'm gonna keep that picture up for the rest of the fucking show. Just so I can see it though, so I can laugh. Okay, So leave my sis alone. Like, I cannot with you guys. And like, really, she's a successful performer, entrepreneur, and an activist. You feel me? So like, don't come for her. Don't come for her. Whoo, Miss Tina, this outfit though, I cannot. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of trying to tear women down, why the fuck? What is the fucking big ass? What is the fucking deal, y'all? What is the fucking deal? I'm gonna say it one more time. What is the fucking deal with y'all so being in an uproar about fucking M&Ms? Like, what is the problem? Like, they're literally fictional things. M&Ms are pieces of candy coated chocolate. They do not have heels. They do not get to be gay. Like, they don't get to do any of that because they're just fucking candy. And I don't know why. Like, I don't understand. Like, one has like anxiety. Like, it's a fucking piece of. So fine. You want to have people have them have personalities, right? Cool. But if they're gonna have personalities, then like, of course, the women who are fucking outnumbered in the fucking M&M's gang, like, they're going to want to have another girl. So then they introduce the purple girl. She's the newest addition. And they are making these limited edition all female packs that will only include purple, brown, and green candies. And men are upset. First of all, as a woman, I don't even want. I know M&M's all taste the same, but I don't even want a brown M&M. Like, I feel like y'all forgot the candy coat on that part. I don't want that. And honestly, the colors are not purple, brown, and green are not even aesthetically pleasing to me. So like together, like, so I wouldn't buy this shit anyway. But like, really, it's the fact that like, why are y'all so fucking in a uproar? Like, people are like, I'm fucking you. Everybody should be banning Mars products from their house, especially M&Ms and blah 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 blah. Like, what did Milky Way do to you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I said that. Like, that's my favorite candy bar. It's definitely not. I feel like, what is my favorite candy bar? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not really like I don't know. Chocolate's got to be like a real like, I want some chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a personal favorite of mine. Anyway, so I mean, they made a big deal when Green had the go-go boots and they put on her on some fucking kitten heels. Like, oh my god, so fucking stupid. It's just that they always hate something about this, and it's just so bewildering to me because it's literally candy. And why do you niggas be putting so much emphasis on shit that ain't real? Speaking of shit that is real and that is directly going to affect me if that shit really happens, the fucking government is trying to put a ban on gas stoves. They're saying that it is a source of indoor pollution and linked to childhood asthma. Look. I don't know about y'all, right? And maybe there are fancier, more updated versions of the electric stoves that I have had the displeasure of cooking on. But as a person that likes to cook, for me, gas stoves are fucking where it's at. Electric stoves, I feel like it's just not right. Like I want to like have like a real like case study broken down for you about like what I hate about them, but really it's the fact that I feel like it cooks uneven. And also, for me, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but like an open flame versus like a surface that you could touch and not realize that it still might be hot. You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you turn the gas stove off, it also will continue to be hot without it looking as if. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, they're saying that the pollutants that happen from the gas stoves have been linked to asthma and worsening respiratory conditions. So I'm assuming that they must have done a study that I guess that showed this. They said that the study did find almost 13% of current childhood asthma in the U.S. can be attributed to gas stove use. And to me, I just don't know. Because, like, does the person that doesn't have, like, what about the person that has an electric stove but be smoking cigarettes in the house? Like, what about, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many nuances to this. So I don't know. But as of right now, the White House is not supporting a ban on gas stoves. And I feel like, because I think when you really bust it down, right? I feel like, I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Like, electric stoves make me feel like, I know they're supposed to be like more expensive and stuff, but it makes me feel like poverty. Cause like all of the worst places I've lived, like after like leaving the house and living on my own, had electric stoves. Like, and I feel like all of the nicer places that I've lived in since moving from home have all had gas stoves. And I don't know. So just like for me, and again, I apologize if you are using a fucking electric stove as you listen to this, but just like, it's just something about it that just does not sit right for me. And I feel like out here, and I don't know if this is the same thing where you are, generally like gas stoves are not in like low income areas. It's the electric stoves that they put in the low income areas. And I'm assuming that they obviously can't just go in people's houses and be like, oh, you got a gas stove, like get her out of here. Like, so, but I think that it's going to look different going forward when you're looking at to buy new appliances, which I don't really know how that's gonna fare well. Like, I want to buy a house soon, and I don't want no fucking electric fucking stove. Like, I don't know. Niggas that cook know, and I don't have to fucking explain this. Like, but yeah. But I'm assuming though, because if this is gonna be something that the federal government is really gonna be trying to push, they better be offering like vouchers and stuff. And honestly, like, I don't know. Like I said, maybe the electric stoves that I've had the fucking disadvantage of having to use in my life, maybe those aren't the good ones. Like, and I just never really had cooked on a real good electric stove, but it makes me feel poor. Like when I have to cook on an electric stove. Fuck, I keep knocking shit over. Like, it's not a good. Okay, anyway, that's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. And if you have an electric stove, awesome. And if you could if you could like send tips out to the world that can help them be better at cooking, then let us know. Like, because I don't know. Anyway, okay. Okay. So, man, I really like oh shit, I forgot something. Oh my god, hold on. So, okay, so you guys know that like Reddit is like my favorite place on earth. And if you don't know that from because you don't listen to 420 in Vegas, or you don't listen to my other stuff, or you just don't listen to me at all, Reddit is one of my fucking favorite places, okay? And the reason is there's a lot of different, if you've never been on Reddit, there's a whole bunch of um sub categories and stuff that you can like go down under, like that's what she said. Okay, so sorry, I just got so distracted because that was funny. Okay, so like I follow stuff like Am I the Asshole, where people will put things like, hey, this happened in my life, this is how I reacted, was I the asshole? And people will be real with them, like, absolutely, you're a fucking asshole, or no, like, fuck that shit. I also follow Drake Be Like. That is a Reddit thread where niggas like just find all the softest things that they could think that a dude would do, and they'd be like, Drake be like that. And so I found this other one recently, and it's called True Off of My Chest. Basically, like, these are true stories that that have happened, and people they want somewhere to vent them, right? Not necessarily looking for any like response or like, am I the asshole for doing it? It's just like, this is what's happened to me, and here I am, you know? So give me a second because I want to read this to y'all. And I would definitely love some input on this. So it's titled Cousin's Gift Ruined Christmas and Possibly My Relationship. Okay, and so here we go. I come from a big family. Our holidays involve extended family, like second cousins, etc. My fiance and I are in our mid-20s, and there are a lot of our cousins that are also in their 20s and 30s. Last night, we had our big Christmas party. It was fun to see everyone until it was time to exchange presents. Presidents. Presents. Oh my God, presidents. I'm high. Exchange presents. We do need to exchange presents, but that's another story. My cousin Anna, not her real name, hands out pink envelopes to all the 20s and 30s year old men who have either married or dated into the family. Okay. So I want to make sure we're on the same page. Cool. My fiance received one and quickly put it in his pocket after opening it. I was distracted opening my gifts and I didn't ask to look at it. About 20 minutes later, my cousin Rachel, again, not a real name, pulls me aside and says Anna is giving out cards with instructions on how to get a discount subscription to her OnlyFans. Rachel's boyfriend got one of the pink cards and showed Rachel because he was weirded out. I'm pissed at this point because I suspect my fiance's card also has an OnlyFans discount. So I asked to talk with him and he denies getting a card from Anna. I tell him, I saw her hand you one and I watched you put it in your pocket. I go to grab his pocket and he suddenly remembers getting a card but claims that he didn't open it. I take it from him and of course, it's already open. And of course, it's about fucking OnlyFans. I go back inside to confront Anna and find her already arguing with a different cousin who was upset because her husband has already tried looking at Anna's page. Like this nigga was like, not this nigga trying to redeem it right in front of everybody. Okay. Anna claims she's just trying to get her business off the ground, and no one appreciates all the hard work and skill it takes to be successful in a digital career. She says her gift is not sexual, it's just marketing. Some of the older relatives, aunts and uncles, are starting to take sides too, but they're mostly really confused about what's going on. Anna's mom started crying because of something I said, and my mom tried to get me apologize, which pissed me off more. I definitely need to know what you tried to say or what you said. At this point, I leave my brother, I leave with my brother and his husband because I don't want to spend the night with my fiance at home, and I don't feel like going with my parents when my mom is pressuring me to apologize. Oh, and surprise, surprise, Anna didn't give my brother's husband a card, so make of that what you will about the intent behind her gift. I'm seriously considering calling off the engagement over this, and I'm pissed at my cousin. What are the words that are coming out of my mouth today? I'm pissed at my cousin for ruining both Christmas and my relationship. And that is it. All of the comments underneath, like, not real, like, they're just all like, you know, whatever. But what the fuck is going on with you, Anna? Listen, if it's for marketing, then wouldn't you have given it to everybody? Like, wouldn't it have just been like, oh, everybody, right? Right? I mean, I guess maybe it's weird because some of them are like your like blood relatives, but like, I don't know, girl. There might have been better ways to try to do this. Probably just not do it at all. Cause I'm trying to like think of a way that like somebody could say that to me and I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I don't really know. I don't think that was a good idea. I think that, I don't know. Like, and I want you to be successful in your OnlyFans, Anna. I don't know that this is the way to do it. Yeah, I don't know, girl. So anyway, if this were you and this was your family, like, are you going to let Anna hand your nigga an OnlyFans discount for her page? Remember, you guys are all like, you're not part of the family, but you are married in or dating into the family, and you receive this from your significant other's cousin. Okay. Are you logging on? Are you telling her? So many questions here, but y'all got to tap in with me and let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think about that. Okay. So, speaking of things that make people have heart attacks, Amazon, be making people have heart attacks. But fucking a guy died while on his shift at Amazon, and it's really hard to like determine like who said like keep working, but it looks as if Niggas were told to keep working, even to the point where they were allegedly forcing them to literally walk over a dead body after he had suffered the heart attack. His name was Rick Jacobs. He was 61 years old. He was about to head home after working overnight at a warehouse in Colorado Springs when he collapsed on the floor at 5 a.m. on December 27th. The managers allegedly like caddy cornered his body, like using cardboard boxes while the other people were arriving for the morning shift. So they just kind of like hid the fact that he had died. And these people were working feet away from a dead body, basically their whole shift. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This came up on Reddit. People were saying that this is definitely Jeff Bezos' culture still, even though he's just the founder at this point. He doesn't own it. But yeah, so people were saying on Reddit that, yeah, when I arrived at 6:30 in the morning, I saw the fire truck, ambulance, and police department still at the facility. Not knowing why they were there, we went and clocked in and started to work. And this guy's body was just like right there, I guess. They said that that's when they found out from a night shift employee, not from management, that someone had died and that the person was still at the facility. And the emergency response team was there doing an investigation. The coroner had not yet retrieved the body. Some people were working at less than 10 feet away from the deceased, who was covered up. And everybody's upset, angry, obviously. I don't even really know what you do about this. I don't even know. That's fucking crazy. I couldn't even imagine, like, but this goes to show, and this kind of ties into my one up for the week, and I'll get into that in a second. But man, take time for yourself, bro. Like, that's all I'm gonna say, and I'll get into that in a second. But my final story for today, there is a man that was arrested on live TV after his toddler is seen roaming the hallways of their apartment with a gun. This happened in Indiana, and I guess it's on a TV, like a TV show called On Patrol Live. So it's like Cops, but like live, I guess. And the video was shown Saturday night. They answered a call about a boy who only was wearing a diaper and alleged to be walking unsupervised and pointing a firearm, right? When the police arrived, they spoke to a neighbor, the one who called the police, and basically was like, he lives over there. So then they go over there to the guy, to where the little boy is from, and they don't find a gun. Or the guy is like, oh, I don't have a gun. Like, I don't have like a fucking family member that comes over and he be having guns sometimes. Like, I don't know, maybe it was his. I don't know what I'm talking about. So they leave, and they're like, well, we didn't find no gun, so we're about to go. As they're leaving, another resident comes up with her phone, showing her fucking ring footage, and there is literally a doorbell camera video of this little boy, like, in a diaper, waving a gun around. Like, he's just waving it around. He's pulling the trigger, right? And they found out that there were bullets in there. But I can't remember. I can't remember how many bullets were in there, but it was mad bullets in there, but none of them were chambered. But just imagine what would have happened if, like, that shit was chambered, and he's just swinging it around like he could have shot into somebody's house. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what to even tell parents anymore about, like, cause y'all just not doing y'all fucking job. Like, I don't care, and y'all can come at me if you want to, but you niggas is not doing your job no more. Like, how are little children getting their hands on guns like this when there are so many safeguards for guns, right? And then, like, why do you have a gun that has bullets loaded in the fucking gun? Like, it doesn't fucking make any sense. So when they went back, so they saw the video, they went back and they found the gun. Now, when they found it, the way that it was placed, it was in a dresser, and it was placed in there like, I don't know. It was, to me, it seems like it was placed in there by an adult and not like a little kid that realized they were maybe getting in trouble and just threw something down. You know what I'm saying? It was strategically placed. So I'm pretty sure that the dad knew that he had that gun. So the dad was booked on suspicion of felony neglect of a dependent and providing a firearm to a child. He is set for his first court appearance later this week. And they will figure out what to do there. Of course, he has some kind of, I'm about to say of course, but of course, when people get in trouble for one thing, they always want to bring up other stuff. He got in trouble before for theft and forgery, but that don't have nothing to do with anything. They don't know if he hired an attorney or whatever. But yeah, and you guys remember, this is just like a few weeks after, or well, not even a few weeks, like less than 2 weeks after a 6-year-old tried to fucking kill his fucking first grade teacher. Like, this shit is out of fucking control, and there are so too many safeguards for fucking firearms for this to be happening. I know that generally the country don't care about this shit, but it is your responsibility as a gun owner to start caring about this shit, specifically when it's happening at your house. Like, specifically, right? Like, if you don't care about anybody else in the whole fucking world getting shot from gun violence, care about your neighbors getting shot because your fucking droopy draws fucking kid is outside acting a goddamn fool. Okay? Cool. All right, y'all. That is the episode. My one up for the week, like I said, kind of ties into that Amazon employee story. Man, listen, I don't care how long you've been at a job. I don't care how much praise these niggas give you every fucking time you walk in the door. I don't care if they fucking throw confetti at you and roses at your feet every time you walk in that door. At the end of the day, you guys, that job does not really care about you the way they say they care about you. If they did, so many things about the workforce would be different, right? Maybe niggas would get paid more. Maybe it would be like mandatory that you take vacations. Like, who knows? Like, but the point is, make sure that you are taking time for you, whether it is for your sanity or for your physical health, whatever the case may be. Remember, those fucking jobs don't care about you. Because once you drop dead, they're just going to put boxes on top of you, build a fucking fort around you, and have more niggas come and clock in. So don't forget that. Okay, guys, this is episode 154. It's been a pleasure. I'm Chris, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.